When a task is created, is it active or inactive by default? Now, a task is inactive by default and needs to be activated before it can start executing on schedule. In addition to understanding that a task is inactive by default, it is also important to understand why a task is inactive by default. Let us think about it. Now, let us say that you had a task which was designed to truncate a table. You wanted that task to run every day at 7 a.m. in the morning. You create the task, and as soon as you create the task, if the task was active, what would it do? It would just go ahead and truncate the table. Now, you really don't want that happening. So that is the reason why tasks are inactive by default, so that they don't go and do something that you don't want them to do. Tasks being inactive by default is a good thing. Now, it is very simple to activate an inactive task, and we can do that by using the alter task name resume command. In order to determine if a task is active or not, the best way to do it is to do the show task command. The show task command will provide us information on if the task is active or not. Let us jump into a demo in which we will create a task and then we will check if the task is active or not. Once we have verified that the task is not active, we will use the alter task command to resume it and make it available for use. We are going to start off by creating the database Cyrus if it does not already exist. Cyrus already exists, so the next step is for us to use the database Cyrus. We are going to now go ahead and create a schema called QA. The schema already exists, so we are going to go ahead and use the schema. The next step for us is to create a table called customer, and we are going to utilize Snowflake sample data to do so. This might take a few seconds. The table we just created, we are going to utilize that in the task. We are creating a task called task truncate, which runs every 20 minutes and truncates the table cyrus.qa.customer. The task has been successfully created. Let's go and check out how the task looks. As you can see, the state of the task is suspended, and the definition is truncate table. So what we need to do is that we need to find a way to get this task in activated mode. So we are going to run alter task resume. Now let us go back and do show tasks again. As we scroll to the right, you can see that the state of the task has moved from suspended to started. Now every 20 minutes this task will run and it will truncate the customer table if that is what we want. With that, we conclude this question. If you have the time, please join me in the next question.